Hinterland Horrors, a true story of Australia's backpacker murders. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, the sun-drenched hinterlands of New South Wales, Australia, became a killing ground for a predator who targeted young backpackers exploring the country's open roads. 7 travellers, mostly foreign tourists, were lured from highways, brutally murdered, and buried in the Belanglo State Forest. Known as the Backpacker Murders, this chilling case shocked a nation, revealing a serial killer, Ivan Milat, whose sadistic spree ended in convictions but left lingering questions about additional victims. The forest's eerie silence hides a legacy of terror. How did a charming drifter become Australia's most notorious killer, and are there more graves yet to be found? The Hinterland Horrors are a grim chapter of betrayal and brutality in a land of adventure. The terror surfaced in September 1992 when 2 runners in Belanglo State Forest, 70 miles south of Sydney, stumbled upon a shallow grave containing the bodies of British backpackers Caroline Clark and Joanne Walters. Clark, 22, had been shot multiple times in the head. Walters, 22, was stabbed 14 times, with defensive wounds suggesting a desperate fight. Police searches uncovered 5 more victims over the next year. Australian couple Deborah Everest and James Gibson, both 19, German travellers Simone Schmiedel, 21, Gabor Neugebauer, 21, and Anja Habschied, 20, all were killed between 1989 and 1992, stabbed, shot, or bludgeoned, their bodies hidden in makeshift graves. The victims shared a profile: young, adventurous, often hitchhiking along Australia's east coast. Most were last seen in Sydney or nearby towns, accepting rides from a friendly stranger. Forensic evidence painted a sadistic picture. Some were bound, others showed signs of prolonged torture, and Habschied was decapitated, her head never found. The killer used a .22 rifle, a knife, and brute force, with a methodical approach to burial, suggesting he revisited the forest repeatedly. The investigation, one of Australia's largest, focused on the hitchhiking connection. Police traced victims' last movements through hostel records and bank transactions, pinpointing a stretch of the Hume Highway. A break came in 1993 when Paul Onions, a British backpacker, reported surviving an attack in 1990. Onions described a charismatic man, Bill, who offered him a ride, then pulled a gun near Belanglo. Onions escaped, noting the man's vehicle and accent. His tip led to Ivan Milat, a 49-year-old road worker with a history of violent offences, including a 1971 rape charge he evaded. In 1994, police raided Milat's Sydney home, finding camping gear, a .22 rifle, and items belonging to the victims: Clark's glasses, Gibson's backpack, Schmidl's sleeping bag. Milat's DNA and fingerprints tied him to the scenes, and Onions identified him in a lineup. In 1996, Milat was convicted of 7 murders, plus Onions' attempted murder, receiving 7 life sentences without parole. He died in prison in 2019, maintaining his innocence and offering no confession. The case's chilling details amplify its horror. Milat, a rugged outdoorsman, used his charm to lure victims, often posing as a helpful local. The forest, dense and isolated, was his killing ground, with evidence suggesting he hunted victims like game, possibly over days. Some bodies showed signs of being kept alive, tortured with bindings and cuts. A makeshift firing range near the graves hinted at Milat practicing shots, and his methodical burials, some covered with branches, showed chilling foresight. Lingering questions fuel speculation. Milat's brothers, some with criminal records, were suspected as accomplices, but no charges were filed. Police believe Milat may be linked to other missing backpackers, like 14 disappearances in Newcastle during the 1970s, but lack evidence. The Belanglo Forest, searched extensively, could hide more graves, as Milat's knowledge of its trails was unmatched. A 2010 tip about additional victims led to new digs, but nothing was found. The backpacker murders shattered Australia's image as a safe haven for travellers. Hitchhiking, once common, became taboo, and hostels tightened security. The victims' families, from Britain, Germany, and Australia, faced agonizing trials, with some never recovering Habschied's head or full closure. Belanglo, now a quiet park, is avoided by locals, its trails marked by memorials. The case inspired films like Wolf Creek, blending fact with fiction, but the real horror needs no embellishment. The investigation, though successful in convicting Milat, left gaps. Poor coordination in early missing persons reports delayed links, and forensic evidence was limited by the forest's decay. Modern DNA testing continues, with hopes of identifying other victims, but Milat's death closed a key window. The case remains active for potential related disappearances, with police eyeing Milat's travels across Australia. Today, the Hinterland Horrors stand as a resolved yet unsettling case, with 7 confirmed victims and a killer brought to justice. But shadows of doubt persist. Belanglo State Forest, lush yet foreboding, holds the echo of footsteps and screams. Was Milat alone, or did others share his darkness? The graves of the hinterland, silent under pine, guard a truth that may never fully emerge. If you enjoyed this videos, follow me, like, share and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.